Greetings. Welcome to another tarot reading. Yggdrasil divination cards for Earth signs, winter 2020. We are looking for insight for Earth signs, winter 2020, November, December, January, the next 3 months. Worldwide, there is turmoil, strife, upheaval, changes, transformation, violence, injustice. Shall we focus our readings on what is happening with Earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, for the next 3 months? Let's do 9 shuffles.
We shall shuffle it. We cut it by 3. And let the cards slide where they may. Asgard. Heat.
We shall shuffle it. We cut it by 3. Let the cards land where they may. Asgard. Heal. Gina. No. Forsetti. Mimir. Nanna. Muspel. That's odd. Gerd. Oh, and some temptation there. Quasir. That one's new to me. Yellow brew. Helene. So in our Asgard, or in our most royal, highest intentions, we have the protector, the mother protector. She's personification of female protective instincts. She's another name, could be for freak. Restoring sanity and calmness. Maintaining a level-headedness in a world of chaos. And what aids us Forsetti. Law, truth, justice, fairness, judgment. He is an Aesir, Baldur's son. He who sets precedents. We do have the election coming. He is a precedent selector, god of good example. So we have protection, judgment, Nana. Oh, that's good. This is her son. Forseti is Nana's son. Steadfast in loyalty. So they increase each other. An Aesir goddess, Baldur's wife. She's kind and mild-tempered like her husband, and they are blessed with a strong and happy union, complete with close friendship. Nana is the personification of loyalty and steadfastness, and is closely associated with matrimony. Forseti is their son. When Baldur dies during the Ragnarok, Nana perishes from grief and accompanies him in death. So she is with him even through death and his rebirth. So, in this, she is passing between the worlds with the boat of death behind her. So she is past a transformation in this. But steadfastness and loyalty. That's a really nice collection right there. Mimir, Omniscient Advisor Council. Mimir is a giant of Jotunheimer, and he is one from whom Olin seeks counsel and wisdom. Mimir remembers everything and knows all. Mimir dwells mostly by Mimis Brunner, the fountain of Mimir, particularly after he was beheaded in the great war between the Althaemar and Asgard. Since then, Odin seeks counsel with his head and maintains the head with medicinal herbs from the outer worlds. Mimir is the guardian of the Mimis Brunner, from which he drinks and gains his wisdom. So this is what is just below the surface with us, but it's also what is unseen. So, a vast wisdom for the seeker, or a strong advisor, so there is guidance close to you, just where you can't see, or you have a close consort.
We have in the hero position, in the lowest passions, our shadows that we must wrestle with. This is Gina, the messenger of the gods, one of Frigg's maidens, so she's very closely related to Helene. She's the one that brings messages from Asgard and beings in all worlds. She's normally here, and she's sending a message here. And encouragement to communicate wishes and fears. So it looks like a lesson or messaging from somewhere deep below, like deep down in the earth when we see the season of winter. We have the roots that are deep down in the ground that do not want the light or the warmth of summer. And yet that is still a part of a cycle of life. It's part of a cycle of what appears as death, but there is still life growing deep below the surface. There's a lot of loyalty, protection, justice, advice. So it seems like there's a pillar of wisdom here. So let's get to Muspel. This is peculiar that we have Muspel here where our healing and our emotions are. It's very tumultuous there. But Muspel looks like Odin's enemy. Muspel. What are you doing with Muspel?
Muspel, Lord of Misfits. Muspel is the personification of Muspelheimer. He has many sons and followers, the most important one of them being Surtur. Muspel stands for the catastrophic. He can be seen as the counterpart to Odin. Where Odin stands for wisdom and thought, Muspel has pure wrath and thrives on disharmony. So, yes. So we have a really incredible influence of Muspel when it comes to tumultuous. Well, the whole year has been tumultuous, but we have this whole pillar of what is very characteristic of earth elements: the steadfastness, the loyalty, protection, wisdom, guidance, Mercury communication there. But that is very tumultuous for him to be where emotions are. So perhaps while us earth elements are keeping the status quo, being steady for all the chaos happening around everybody that we're experiencing, that we ourselves have a significantly tumultuous emotional state. So we have Garrett. Let's look at Garrett. Garrett is artfulness, wife to Freyr, daughter of the giant Ymir, earth goddess. Okay, so we have a little bit more earth element here. Her roots lie in Jotunheimer. So her roots are here. I was just talking about roots. So we are definitely connected to our element here. Even though this is a significant tumultuous, we are doing our thing. We are the steadfast ones, and so now's the time to be steadfast. She's seen as a goddess of a cultivated land. Her name means enclosure, like a protective barrier, perhaps, enclosure. She might be seen as a goddess of what is fenced in or designated, such as farmland. So this being in our world of communication, we are in our element, but put boundaries around what you say, how you communicate. Set boundaries for things you say. In these tumultuous times, there's going to be a lot of people around us that are experiencing tower moments, significant tower moments. So set boundaries for how communication is handled. But there's still protection. Words, use your words to protect. Oh, so she's a very fertile. And the wanting of planting seeds for later roots to grow. Charming, artful appearance, beautiful, beautiful appearance. Speaking calm, easy tones. To keep everyone calm, speaking calm, easy tones. And this is Cressier. Oh, I know him. The crafty mead of poetry. This position is our craft, our workmanship, but also our quest to chase the dollar, you know, chase after those shiny pentacles. That's what this one is. But it's also your work and career and money. And he is a spirit of poets. Kvasir. He's a crafty creature. Let's see, a sacrifice. And it says, the mead that is made from his blood is called Skaldamjur, and was much sought after, as the command of language is considered a powerful knowledge. Kvasir's presence in the spread indicates a sacrifice for the seeker, particularly if it is placed in the world of the dwarves. Generally, Kvasir symbolizes unity, or a treaty that ends conflict. It's a command of language, eloquence. So there's a bit element of sacrifice, and he is about language and your craft. So again, perhaps it's not particularly always speaking your mind. Set boundaries for things you say, and it helps protect those around you, protects the status quo, which would be the just thing, rather than speaking the, telling what a TI is, when perhaps maintaining a stability is what's going to get you over that bridge. Because there's so much communication here with this messenger down here, and she's communication, but she's fertility and love, beauty, grace. There's that other buzzword in here besides grace. It is eloquence. Be eloquent. Use your words. Communicate well. Be eloquent and about it, because there is definitely nice beauty and grace and steadfastness and loyalty. Be steadfast. What a beautiful spirit that is, that she followed her love through hail and back. But this could also be in using your speech for work in your craft area, but they did make special note that this indicates a sacrifice in order for powerful knowledge, because the light elves of Alfheimr and the gods of Asgard made peace after the Great War between these two worlds before these were built. And they did a ritual of mixing fluids to seal the peace. They spat in a bowl and created the creature Kvasir out of the mixed spittle. He is the craftiest of creatures, but his life was cut short. The dwarves Fjalar and Galar abducted Kvasir, killed him, and led him out. They used his blood and mixed it with honey to create an ale or mead with a very special property. So this could be sacrificing things you say so others can say it, or say they said it, or help others say the things they need to say. Sacrificing saying something difficult emotionally to push through this pillar of wisdom. Let's get into Gallopir. Gallopir. Now we had this issue here with her crossing between the two worlds, from passing from the world with the dead and vice versa. Gallopir is a bridge between life and death. Gallopir is the crossing between the realm of the living and the hill. Once crossed over, it is as good as no possibility to pass back over. But Nana did it. Nana and Baldur. Passing from which there's no turning back. So this position is where wrath and passion is, and with this going in, there's stepping into a passion. There's no turning back. Stepping into wrath, there's stepping into that. There's no turning back. You want to stick in this lane, so there will be this sort of transformation and not this, because as we're passing through combination of different realms, going from one realm to another, we have a deeply paced message that must be said. Setting boundaries. So again, here we have a whole nother theme still of transformation. Setting boundaries. I'll tell you what, let's get out. Cards now.
Earth signs. The next 3 months, November, December, January. 9 shuffles. I would like to know about this message. Tell me about this message.
message that we are giving. What words that we use? This one. The Chariot. The Chariot is balance. So it could be a message of a moving message, literally moving someone emotionally, with the message of being moved emotionally. It could be balance. Let's see if there's anything else. Is there anything more to this message? Five of Wands and Five of Swords. So there's a little bit of strife. A message about moving forward with something caused, a passing of something, moving forward to something caused strife, and the wordsmith won the battle, though he's standing on the shore with his sticks in his hand. Basically, his sword's in his hand, and they're moving on to other shores. What is the sacrifice with Kvasir? What does the sacrifice pertain? The Ten of Swords. This is a guy who's been trying to no avail to get all 10 swords to stand in place. He's got all 10 swords ready and just couldn't get them all to stand up. So he's like, forget it. I'm out of here. I'm done. Like, you've collected the swords and you try to stack them up, and you realize, oh, all that effort, I can go to brighter days. I think the sacrifice is something that isn't working for you anymore. A method of communication that isn't working anymore. Let's see if we can get further with that. Is there any further with the sacrifice past Tens of Swords? Ooh, like that. Sacrifice. What's the unification sacrifice? Okay. Queen of Swords. Well, this is very sunshiny, sunflowers. She's fertile. Queen of Wands. She rules her passion. So perhaps this is leaving behind something that wasn't passion. Leaving behind a lack of passion, perhaps. Or someone's giving up on something, and there's the Queen of Swords that is a spark of passion. Let's clarify that a little bit more. Okay. Eight of Wands and good old Nine of Pentacles. So I think there is something that's you've been working on. You see you see your passions lining up, getting your garden to grow, ruling your garden, so to speak, and leaving behind a fruitless game. Let's get some clarification for Muspel there. This is the tricky card in this deck. That's the one that everything else kind of turns out good. That's the kicker. Muspel is the kicker here. So clarify. Muspel. Okay. Oh, Queen of Cups. So there's she's holding a lot of heartache in that cup, and she doesn't want it to spill. Like you're setting boundaries, like you're trying to hold things together, like you're the ground that others can plant roots in and hold on to. You are the stability, and she doesn't want her cup to spill or overflow because it's full of holding in all the heartache from crazy world we're in. Let's go a little bit more for that Queen of Cups. Anything more for that Muspel? No, that's too many. Muspel. This one. Yeah, pretty much. Those are kind of the same kind of characters there. It's like a obsessive kind of the dog that won't put down its bone. These are both kind of very tumultuous cards. Not seeing in the light. Jeez. Let's get some more in this spell. Yes. No, not that many. Let's get some more clarity for this spell. Clarity for this spell. This new spell here. Oh. So we have the King of Wands. Ten of Cups. So with this being in our emotional court, this is happy home, that a passionate one and a one that holds the emotions are caught up in a misfit of a emotional state. The emotional state is misfitous. That's what we want to see here. We want to see happy home here, not this. We don't want that. So let's see if we can tie these in, since these are both sort of stepping into a new realm. We have the Chariot here. So can we clarify this new realm to be stepped into? Okay. Knave of Pentacles. a new way to do business. There's a new business in town. There's message of incoming money, perhaps, and that would transform, help you to step into a new world, a new safety parameters. Let's clarify that. There's a little bit more heartache. I'm getting rain will make the flowers grow. In this, there's a desolate land. Desolate, and there's heartbreak. But the droplets that drop off of these three swords will nourish the land, and something will grow. And that will be a new thing. Something, a new world brought out of heartache. Set boundaries. Refer to your consorts. So this is the deck that I've made myself. It is part Unicorn, part Power Ranger Unizord. But I'm going to use this, try and use this too. Let's shuffle it 9 times.
I'm going to... What's really being protected? Well, tell us about what's being protected. What are we protecting? I think we've kind of gone over that, like our fellow man's stability. But let's see if there's anything that's supposed to be that way.
Ceremony. Celebration. 4 of Wands. This one is, that one ties into with this. This one is happy home, celebration, ceremony. Ceremony also kind of goes in with judgment. There's like official matters. Read all of your contracts before you sign on the dotted line. Protecting. Tell us some more about what's being protected. We're going to do that again. Protection. Tell us a little bit more about what is being protected. This one. We have, yeah, Titan Dragon Unizord, Wheel of Fortune. Titan Dragon Unizord, Wheel of Fortune. So again, this is a cycle coming full circle, the Wheel of Fortune. But again, with that fortune tied in right there, and I did just get that, read all the fine print. But we're protecting what is precious to us. That's what it is. But we've come full circle about learning what really is precious. The human spirit doesn't break from heartache, it bends. So we're protecting what is precious. Let's see. Do we want to hear a little bit more about this consort, this council? the wisdom that we will receive that is just below the surface, the unseen wisdom. The consort. The unseen wisdom, the consort. Unseen wisdom, the consort. Unseen wisdom, consort. Ah. Centaur, the World card. So this is another major arcana. Centaur, Zord. Just below the surface of what is going on in the world is something even more special to protect. Like we have a lot of things, the election, the holidays, the world will say what it needs, perhaps will counsel, advise. It means the world to us. Listen to your environment. Listen to take counsel with that around you, the world around you. Take counsel of that. Because that part is bubbling just below the surface of what we're trying to protect, I think. Let's clarify that a little bit. No, there's too many. The ace. Ace of Nova. Creation. The Ace of Wands. Nova Unicorn creation. World creation. World creation. And stepping into a new world. Create the world that you want to step into. You want to step into a world where you've got your hand on that pentacle. Create that world you want to step into. So I am going to leave a message at that. I'm kind of like that as a last note. Thank you for joining me for this, and until next time.